What's going on, gang? Crazy things are happening. And in 2016, I let you guys know all this madness that's about to happen, and it's already happening. And don't believe the television and don't believe the politician when they tell you that it's because of the bug. It's not. This stuff is going to happen regardless of the bug or not. They're using this bug as a way to cover up central banking, the Fed, massive printing, and Big Brother endless wars and spitting money like crazy on Lockheed Martin and other merchants of death versus me and you. Okay. So today, because of red tape, we're having farmers dump out food. Okay. If it's dairy farmers, they're dumping out their milks. If it's um, a farmer that plants food, they're dumping out and letting it go spoil versus giving to hungry Americans that have lost their jobs because um, the numbers of unemployment are very close to hitting the Great Depression, and this has happened in 4 weeks, going into fifth week, versus the Great Depression was a long-term phase, and this is just the intro. Now, many people that watch TV, they thinking it's going to go down and up a U shape or a V shape, acceleration, correction. In my opinion, I don't think that's going to happen because what's happening is that this is the death of the dollar. This is where the dollar has lost so much of its value because of mismanagement from bankers with fractional reserve lending, to printing of money and inflating assets, to making the mom and the dad work because of so much inflation in America. And right now, we're getting to a stage where there is food shortages because, for example, in the meat, pork, or even meat, or even dairy, at these plants or distribution centers where they're shutting down the slaughter homes. And that's why when you go to a store, you may see less meat or they have a limit on what you can have. So there is shortages on that because of what's happening. However, because of the regulation and all the stuff that they have, the rules, are, to make the rich more rich, the actual farmers that are growing this stuff cannot give the food to consumers direct, and they have to just dump the stuff on the streets, as they say, versus giving it to the people. On the flip side, we're having the most unemployment filed and a lot more coming, and then we're having food bank runs, okay, which is what they called in the Great Depression bread lines, miles and miles deep, from anywhere from Los Angeles all the way down to Texas, San Antonio, all the way down to Pennsylvania, all the way, and on and on. And please Google this stuff so you can fact check it yourself. So we're getting into a stage where the working class, the poor working class, the middle working class are, swimming naked because they've been feeling everything through um, debt and what the credit crunch that's coming, that's already started, from credit cards to mortgages. We're going to see a lot of people, you know, in one sense, unfortunately, be starving to these because of these stinky bankers and Big Brother's policies. So this is just the beginning. Again, this is only the fourth to fifth weeks of us being into this transaction, and we're seeing, 26, 27 million people that just starting out. And before that, for example, if you looked at the reporting I did on my YouTube channel, 7 million Americans were defaulting on their auto car loans before this. Okay, and you were seeing before that the loosening of lending practices so people could qualify if they had, higher debt to income ratios from previous class, because they need more people to borrow money or the whole money system will freeze. So we're having a situation where people are starving, and then the farmers, that the producers of this stuff, cannot give to the retail buyers like me and you direct because of Big Brother policies. That's one hand. Then we're seeing, for example, in Los Angeles, from a couple of articles, people from Ford to other big head companies, they've done surveys and they said that 50% of people in Los Angeles are unemployed. So that brings down to the, sorry guys, someone called in. So that brings down that there's going to be civil unrest, okay? Because there's only certain amount of time that someone can, you know, live without having paycheck. Thank you, Bird, for this beautiful singing you're doing. Thank you, guys. I don't know if you guys can hear it. If you can, click a thumbnail. Sorry about the mess, guys. We've been out 12 days. Bicycling and camping, and out of the 12 days we've done 9 marathons, or actually 10 with today. 10 marathons. Okay, if you don't know what a marathon is, it's 26 miles on bike. So out of 12 days we've done 10 marathons plus, all right, every day. And so, but I want to do this video because it's crazy, that there are people starving, and the people that produce it can't give it to them, and the plants that produce these products, like the slaughterhouses, distribution for meat, they're closing down. And then you're having, for example, in Los Angeles, 50% of people, according to these magazines, unemployed. And this is the 4th to 5th weeks of the situation. So as time goes around, I mean, if you ladies and gentlemen don't remember, in 2006 fourth quarter, when the market crashed, it took all the way to 2009 to feel the full effects. Okay, it wasn't like boom. However, today is very fast, and this is just the beginning. Imagine what's going to happen in 2 years or 3 years down the line, when the side effect really hits. Okay, because whatever program they have out, if it's the loan forgiveness, if they're going to call it hope, if they're going to call it whatever, it's not going to work. It didn't work last time. Some people will get saved, and they're not going to get a free ride or anything, but majority of people are going to get slaughtered. And this is the best opportunity, for an entrepreneur or a real estate investor, to get into real estate. Not financial advice, just in my opinion, because there are so many motivated sellers out there. So we're not going to be having a situation where everyone and their mama is going to know this is hard time. So again, let me say that again. Everyone and their mama is going to know this is hard times. When I talk to a seller, I don't have to let them know this is a down market. I don't have to let them know this is a buyer's market versus a seller's market. I don't have to let them know. They already know it. They open the newspaper, it's there, negative news. They open TV, it's there, negative news. So they already know, right, that this is hard times. So many people are going to be motivated. I mean, again, if half in California can't make it, they're unemployed, what do you think is going to happen there besides civil unrest? What do you think is going to be happening? Foreclosures up the roof. Now the opportunity comes. So that was the negative, in a sense. But with every negative, it's like a coin. Life is like a coin. With every negative, there's a positive. Okay, and the positive in it is that there's going to be massive wealth exchange. There's going to be massive sellers. They're going to be defaulting, and they're not going to be able to afford their house payments. And there's going to be massive sellers that are already convinced this is like the blues and the goose, right? I mean, the blues. So they already know the sad story. I don't have to educate them on that. They're already educated. So if they call, they already know this is a bad market. They're already going to know that they've lost their job. They already know that they're losing their pensions. They already know that they already lost their 401s. They know all this stuff. I don't have to like say, hey, before in 2019, I'll be telling sellers, educate them, look, man, the crash is coming, in my opinion. And today, I don't have to do that because they already know that we're here, and they're going to get worse, especially if they're laid off. or they don't have a job. I mean, think about Vegas, right? I mean, the whole strip is closed down. I mean, the state, I would say, is basically two types of workers: military workers and everyone else that works in the hospitality, right? I mean, and then you may have another 20% that do other stuff, right? But the majority of the workers are, in the military or they're in hospitality, and the whole strip is closed down. I mean, that is going to be a massive, massive area. What do you think about San Antonio, ladies and gentlemen, in Texas? Like the lines for food banks were so long, right? And please Google this stuff, right? So I actually visited San Antonio just 2 days ago. We rode bikes out there because I'm driving different areas, scooping out the areas, learning where I want to buy properties at. I mean, before, I used to think San Antonio was a cool place. I used to drive through it, but when I went there, it's just like a low end city, unfortunately, from the places that I've gone through, which is pretty much drive around in that town or ride bikes through that town. Um, and so I'm not gonna invest in San Antonio, but Austin is like pretty corrupt, guys. I'm in Austin right now. Beautiful areas. I'm jotting down the areas like that I want to invest in, that I'm willing to buy properties in. While I'm actually camping and riding bikes with the wife and the kids and two kids, and we're doing marathons per day, right? If you guys like to ride bikes, leave a comment. Let me know what kind of bike you have and how many miles you do on average. Because I love to do long miles, man. I mean, I like to just get on the bike and just go all day. Sun up to sunset. Uh, but it's pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay. So going back to the story, if you guys have any questions, comment. I'll be happy to answer those. Just leave a comment. Going back to the story, there's going to be tons of motivated sellers out here, and they're going to be motivated sellers from like commercial to hotels to commercial malls to storage facilities to uh, hotels. I think I mentioned that, and so on, all the way down to residential, right? Fourplexes, duplexes, all the way down to mega mansions, because the people that make a lot of money, right? Doesn't mean that they were smart to make the money, but the more than likely they live the American dream, which is consumption over expenditure. And so, we done a deal with the owner I spoke with. He sold his business for like $32 million, and then he bought a penthouse. And in the last crash, and he was getting foreclosed on, and we did a short sell and was able to sell this home, sell this home through my brokerage firm. So just because someone makes a lot of money doesn't mean they're not going to be in trouble, because more than likely, if they made a lot of money, they probably spent a lot of money, and therefore they're going to have a bunch of nice stuff that they're going to be in trouble with, like yachts and boats and ATVs and things of that nature. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, leave a comment. I'll get to it right now. I'm on my iPad. We've been writing since like early morning, guys, and so I don't have anything else. I'm not scripted. I don't do any editing. I freestyle everything. Um, so great opportunities upon us, subject to heaven. I told you guys this is going to come in 2016. Everyone laughed at me. Here we are. So whatever you're looking for, commercial, residential, in my opinion, not financial advice, this is the best time to be a real estate investor, because prices are coming down. Everyone and their mama realizes that, hey, um, this is a bad market, right? This is a bad market. And so they're convinced when they call that, hey, this is horrible, and there's a credit crunch, and soon there's going to be tsunamis of foreclosures, which is going to drive the house market down. And it's already going down. And you're going to see real estate agents, you're going to see real estate investors all get out of this business, which is the perfect time, right, for me, because I don't like competition, right? I don't like to do all this hard work in 2016 when there's like so many wholesalers and so many people being in the game. I like to get into the game when everyone's got their tail between their legs and they're running out, because I don't have to do so much work, right? So besides, I'm a minimalist now, and I don't need as many doors that I'll inspire to back when I was younger. You know, I want to put all my time into my kids and family, and you know, like I said, work maybe like an hour or 2 hours, uh, or three a week. And I don't want to be putting a lot of time into, you know, growing a lot of stuff and accumulating and, you know, conquering the next mountain, because I want to put my life energy, that's what I call life energy, into my kids, and camping with them, riding bikes with them, picking them up, being with them every day, no child care, no shitty food, you know, that type of stuff, versus having hundreds and thousands of doors. You know, I don't care about that. At one time in my life, I was that hungry, and I did it. You know, I started with $100, lived that in my car after college. You know, I started a moving company, made multi millions, had multiple locations, started a brokerage firm, got rentals, and I was on that consumption route. You know, where I had to accumulate, I had to beat everyone else. You know what I mean? I had to be the king of the hill. And today, I don't care about that at all. What I just want to do is, you know, what I'm doing now. Just follow my heart. I've done that forever, but I follow my heart with, you know, with the vision of accumulation, right? More doors, more businesses, more locations, more hundreds and thousands. And today, I don't care anything about that. What I care mostly about is just spending time with my family versus accumulation. That's why you see me wearing the same exact clothes, guys, all the time. Because right now, uh, I have a little 15 jug bag that fits all my clothes, man. You know, and it's awesome. It's awesome. You know, laundry's a lot easier. Life is so much easier. Uh, and man, there's no way in hell that I would ever sign up to have a real big company where I have to manage 100 of people. Not anymore, man. Maybe another 10, 20 years. Who knows? Maybe. But at this phase of my life, I don't want any employees. I don't want to work hard, because there are so many different things, like, you know, passive income. There's so many opportunities where I can just work just a little bit, like in this crash right here. I can work just a little bit and accumulate as if I had to work really, really hard back in 2016 or 2017 or 2018, right? When the market was going up, everyone was getting into the game, right? Everyone, you know, like, that's crazy. That's madness, right? I don't want to, you know, work that hard, right? So, but I do want to work hard when no one else is working hard, right? When everyone think is defeat for them because they've lost massive amounts in their fix and flips, they lost massive amount in their hotels, they lost massive amount in their commercial stores or land, whatever the story is, they've lost a lot of money in their 401s. And I told people the stock's going down, right? So these people are going to be hurting. They didn't listen, they didn't know about my channel. So please share this message so we can help other people. But now I could work this much and harvest this much versus working this much and harvesting this much, right? And that's why I love crashes. But 2020 is a different type of crash. It's a different type of animal. It's a different type of beast. This is not your normal 7 to 10 year crash that we see. This is like every century. And this crash is the death of the dollar, you know, where they're going to change the money system into maybe the Fed coin. I don't know what they're going to call it. I don't have a crystal ball. But what I do know is the dollar is dying, where inflation is just crazy. And very soon, for a gallon of water at 7-Eleven or something, you're going to pay $10, right? Very soon. Seriously, guys. Because they're printing so much money. I mean, understand that the banks don't got any money, but they're just printing money because it's not money, it's currency, it's fake, and it's fiat. And there's the elites, and they print the money and give out to their friends, and then the friends buy the Congress people to make laws into their favor. Just like this stimulus check that was just sent out, how creditors and bankers could come take your check, right? I don't know if you guys know about this, but you know, so don't think that the stimulus check is for us. It's for the big corporations, because and the big bankers, they've already been, you know, giving free money to them for such a long time. And that's why you saw the small companies didn't get anything, because it's just a rally, you know, to fool us to think, oh yeah, man, we're getting $1,200, not realizing that as soon as you get that check and you try to go buy something and someone else is trying to buy something and someone else is trying to buy the same thing, right? The price of that thing is going to come up. And with no one working, right? With no one working and producing stuff, so the price of that thing's gonna go up double, right? Because first it's gonna go up because there's more demand for that thing because everyone got free money and they're gonna go buy that one thing, whatever that is. Let's say you're gonna go buy this, right? And there's 5 extra people buying it versus before there's only one person buying it. Well, just by definition, the supply and demand economic 101, the price of this is going to go up. Two, the price is going to go up because they're not producing. China's shut down, right? So there's not that much supply of that. So very, very soon you're going to see prices very, very high. People tell me all the time, hey man, prices ain't high. Are you kidding me, dude? I mean, like, rent has gone up so much, like 1 bedroom apartment has gone up so much since when I was in college. I mean, like, ridiculously, right? I'll take some comments, guys. Oh, before I forget, I take comments, guys. Download my Ninja phone script, guys. It helps you with buying houses from homeowners direct, where they become your bank. It teaches you what to say, what not to say, what kind of questions to ask, how to structure a deal, how to give that owner financing offer. I have training videos on how to talk to sellers. I also have training videos over an hour and 11 minutes on live calls that we are with home sellers. That's going to really benefit you because you get to hear live us asking the Ninja phone script. And on top of that, I give you a bunch of other stuff in the phone script itself, which I use every day when I do talk to a seller, and all my students use too. So it's that good. It's no fluff. And right now I'm having a flash sale. There's only 5 left out of 50. You can get it for $197 at MrNoFluff.com. It's revolutionary. It's going to change your life if you take action. If you don't take action, nothing's going to work. Nothing's going to work. Guys, click the like button, and if you guys have any questions, I'll take it before I'm heading to bed. Irons says, hey, buddy, what's going on, man? Hey, man, good to see you again from Dave here in UK. What's going on, Dave? Let me know, Dave, what is the situation in UK? Do you guys have food banks, or are people losing their jobs? What is going on? I love to hear that from someone there. Okay. Professional Curtis in the house. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Cash flow is royalty. Yeah, man. Cash flow is king. They used to say cash is king, but that guy said it best. What's his name? I forgot his name. But he's like one of the top fund managers, or I have much respect for him, because he had came out maybe like a year ago saying gold was the play, but I said gold was the play until 2016, but he says that cash is trash, and I totally agree with that, and I think that now gold is king, right, and Bitcoin is king too, right? Because Bitcoin is digital gold, and there's no one controlling it, and it's not sensible. No corporation, no government owns it, and unlike gold, Bitcoin has 2 important factors. It's not only is it a currency, but it's also the transaction media, okay, or what's a better for platform? What do I mean? Like if you look at Visa, MasterCard, they're the system, they're the network. So Bitcoin is the network plus the money itself, which gold is not, because if you have gold, it's hard to transact because there's not a network in place for saying here's an ounce of gold, give me this and this and this and this. I can't do that, right? I gotta take my gold, fiat it, and then go buy X and Y. Unlike Bitcoin is the currency itself plus the network like Visa, where I could just send someone the money and they can send it back, which is pretty awesome. So I love both of those things, guys. If you guys have any questions, leave me a comment. I'll happy to help you guys out. They are trimming the fiat, aka useless leaders. Time to start understanding difference between public and private sector folks. Yeah, I agree with you. Buy gold and silver, get your money out of the banks, reclaim your sovereignty. Man, that's what I've been saying since 2006, guys. In 2016, if you guys go to my YouTube channel, you can see me unboxing, a decent amount of gold, and I tell you why I got out of real estate and I started buying gold. Now, a lot of people are asking, well, when are you going to cash out your gold? I'll let you guys know when I cash out. But other people are asking, what are you going to do with that gold when you cash out? Where are you going to put that? Well, of course, I'm going to put it into real estate because, I don't want to have a business where I have to have hundreds of people working for me anymore. That was my dreams, and I did that. At this point in my life, again, I want to work 2 or 3 hours a week, and so passive income is one of the keys. There are other keys involved, but I'm gonna take the gold. Bank of America just said gold's gonna be $3,000, right? $3,000. Uh, I don't know how much it's gonna be, right? Once I get the feeling inside of my tummy that everyone's getting into gold, right? Then I'm gonna cash out. Because like my man just said, oh, buy gold, right? In 2016, when I told people gold was the play for me, not telling anyone else what to do, everyone laughed at me, man. I got death threats and people call me all kinds of stuff. But now more people are saying gold is the play. When I hear more and more people saying that, that's when I'm gonna cash out, right? Because I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know if it's gonna go 3 grand or it's gonna go 5 grand or 50 grand or 10 grand. I hear all these guys saying whatever. I have no idea. Um, However, I know it's going to go up, and that's why I got into it. I knew it was going to go up, right? And the same thing I feel with Bitcoin. I know it's going to go up. Now, I don't think it's going to go up in 3 months. It probably will. It probably crashes, but it's a long play. For me, it was 7 to 10 years. When I bought Bitcoin, I said 7 to 10 years. I'm going to hold it. I don't care if it goes this. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to hold it. Boom, and that's the play for me. So I think in 7 to 10 years, Bitcoin will be worth a lot of money. And do I know 100%? No. I can lose all of my money, and I have a lot of money into it. I could lose it, and I don't want to lose it. And I'll tell you guys if I do lose it. But we'll see. But same with gold. I knew it was going to go up regardless. At Bitcoin, I don't know, but I'm speculating. But with gold, I was very, very confident that it was going to go up because of all the mass buildings they were building everywhere that I went, from Las Vegas to Denver to California. Everywhere I traveled, they're just building houses, building apartment complexes, and just like building and building, and everyone's qualifying. I mean, everyone's qualifying. Everyone's getting into real estate. Everyone's becoming a real estate agent. Everyone's becoming a wholesaler. And I knew that, hey man, this is the worst time, right? All right, guys. So let me see if I can take some more questions. But yeah, man, goals to play. Blockchain technology is important. Understood. Looking forward to it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Click the like button. Don't forget to go to MrNoFluff.com. Download the Ninja Phone Script. It's going to change your life if you're taking action. It'll help you get these subject to deals. It helps you get owner financing deals. It helps you get creative real estate deals, because the questions reveal to you what kind of seller you have, so you know exactly how to give them an offer. Plus, it has training on how to talk to them, when to talk to them, how to build rapport, because the most important thing with these type of home sellers is they are the decision maker. When I talk to a seller, I'll spend 1 hour with them because they are the decision maker. It's not a real estate agent, it's not the underwriter, it's not the bank, it's not none of these people. That's seller. So I show you exactly how to listen to them, how to build rapport with them so they trust you. Because trust me, I've had so many students that talk to motivated sellers, and A, they think they're not motivated because they don't have the skills to identify a motivated seller, and B, when they are motivated, they don't have a listening skills to listen to them, and C, they can't build rapport, which is the most important thing. I mean, all these things are important. There's more that I go into it for you to be able to get the deal. If you don't listen to them, I mean, truly listen to them and like truly care, and I show you exactly how to do it, even if you have poor listening skills, right? The questions there would ask you. If you don't get all the information, then you don't know how to structure a deal, and you don't know how to give an offer so they'll, accept it. So that's what the Ninja Phone Script is about to build the report so you can get the deal. Which is the most important thing, is if the seller likes you, if the seller trusts you, if you understand their problem, if you try to create a honest and fair situation for you and them, then they're going to go for you because they're highly motivated, because many of them are going to be losing their jobs. End the story, guys. I mean, this is going to be ugly for a lot of people here. We're going to see, you know, some of these top players lose a lot of stuff they own because they were artificial, that they weren't real. It wasn't like gold. It wasn't like they worked for that shit. They just got debt. You know what I mean? They got debt money, and that's why they're flashy and bling blingy. But it's not their own money, guys. You know what I mean? All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Click the like button. See you later, gang.